Only on Fox, it is a controversial industry, to say the least, shrouded in mystery and stigma. The business of harvesting human bodies.
You may have heard the stories of some business mishandling the bodies, but one Valley CEO is speaking up, defending the industry and trying to change it as well.
Fox 10's Jessica Flores takes us for a behind-the-scenes look into a business that collects hundreds of donated bodies each year.
In the middle of Phoenix, in a nondescript office building, there's a storage freezer. Few have been inside, but stacked wall to wall, you'll find bag after bag, wrapped inside human body parts.
This is where all the bodies and the body parts are stored, right behind these doors in this freezer. There's everything from heads, shoulders, knees, and whole bodies. They're inside here, used for medical research.
Research for Life collects about 1,000 whole body donations a year. Some are used for transplants, but the vast majority of bodies are used for medical research or education. Bodies are taken apart and provided for a fee to medical professionals. CEO Garland Shreve says a single body can net $2,000 to $3,000.
What a terrible waste it would be if the person who's doing heart research had to take the whole body when all they needed was the heart.
Arizona has one of the largest concentrations of body harvesting centers, and the thriving multi-million-dollar industry is under intense scrutiny. In January of 2014, federal agents raided another Phoenix body donation business, Biological Resource Center, and the owner pled guilty to using donated bodies in ways that went against the donor's wishes. In Arizona, donors' families are often left in the dark. There is no law requiring companies to disclose what happens to the body after it's donated.
This is the distribution area.
Okay.
Shreves is trying to battle the stigma of harvesting bodies for profit. He opens his business to public tours 4 times a year.
People will ask me often, what are, how will my body be used when I die? What projects will I be used for? Well, the reality is we don't know what your health condition will actually be at the time of death.
Companies are compensated for collecting the bodies, but there are no Arizona laws regulating the industry. No standards for equipment used, no inspection of the facilities. Shreve says there should be.
And we think it's very important that that happen, not only just to protect the consumer, but also to protect the industry and the integrity of the process so the public can have a high degree of trust in the industry.
Behind this green line is the transplant section of the business. Now, this area is FDA regulated, but take a step beyond this green line. Now you're in the medical research portion of the business. There's no government agency that regulates this, but the business says they are intentionally self-regulating.
I think one of the biggest stigmas is that because there's no oversight, that there's no professionalism. And most of the tissue banks in Arizona are accredited by the American Association of Tissue Banks, AATB.
Shreves is working with federal and state lawmakers to draft legislation that would require licensing for body tissue donation centers. But before he was ever trying to bring legitimacy to the industry, for 3 decades he was in the age-old funeral business.
I spent a good portion of my life burying and cremating people. And in this business, we get to deal with families who are in the midst of sadness and sorrow, who are making a difference.
He says the bodies collectively go on to help perfect operation procedures, educate medical professionals, and advance medicine.
Every single donor that comes to this facility is loved by someone. They're cared by someone. And I hope that we never become so cold that we forget that the donors are giving of themselves to contribute to humanity, to benefit medicine that can benefit future generations.
Harvesting bodies to benefit the living. It's the business Shreve says he will defend to the grave. Reporting in Phoenix, I'm Jessica Flores, Fox 10 News.
Research for Life accepts donated bodies from those over 18 years of age. It will not accept bodies with communicable diseases such as HIV.